I worked in the Bay Area for around 12 years, did enterprise software for a large chunk, and then towards the end of my career for 2.5 years, I used to be at Zynga making games. At one point, I was running the largest game in the world, which was Farmville. It was around a $300 million P&L back at the time when I was running it. And after spending so much time in the Bay Area, 12 odd years, I would go, there'd be so many conversations about changing the world using technology. And I think somewhere along the way, I started to feel disenchanted, disillusioned, because the world was not the few people in the Bay Area who had the money to spend. The world was, a lot of it was in India, where we had over 1 billion people living on subsistence and struggling to make ends meet and actually lead a life of dignity. And I felt that a lot of technology that was being thought of just took much longer to actually make a real impact on people in countries like India, etc. And somewhere this disenchantment, disillusionment started to grow further and further. And I felt that if technology wants to change the world, it needs to come to India and somehow figure out how to change the world here. And I was fortunate because I had a bunch of friends who probably either through similar thought process or otherwise had decided to move to India. So I called up Prashant, who was a very good friend, and I asked him what he was doing. And they were working on this very interesting idea called HealthCard. So I was very excited to move back with them. And then within HealthCard, we had this small initiative called 1MG. And 1MG started out as an information platform, and the premise was very beautifully, tantalizingly simple, which is that if you inform people, they make better decisions, right? It applies to everything, and we felt it should apply to healthcare as well. So we started out with this medicine information database, which told people that, hey, this is how your medicines work. If your doctor prescribed medicine A, then these are the side effects, this is the mechanism of action, and these are the cheaper substitutes that you can get compared to, let's say, the brand that the doctors prescribe them. And it was an experiment, but it seemed like there was huge latent demand for it. We woke up one morning and we found that we had 250,000 downloads of the application with zero marketing spend, and we felt that there was something there. And it was almost a responsibility to see where this idea would go. So in 2015, we split HealthCard and 1MG, and HealthCard went its own way of maturing from a nutrition e-tailer to actually building India's largest and fastest growing nutrition brand called Muscle Blaze. And then 1MG, we said, okay, our mission in life is to figure out how to make healthcare affordable, accessible, and understandable. So we started 1MG as an information platform, and we quickly realized that we could actually solve a lot of problems around affordable care by building commerce platforms on top of it. So we first built an e-pharmacy platform where we connected pharmacies in the back end and aggregated demand in the front end. We moved quickly to e-diagnostics, and the idea was to provide certified laboratories to patients with home collections at their homes. And we completed this triad with an e-consult service so that patients coming to 1MG could basically get a doctor, diagnostic, and medicines all in one place. With 1MG, what was very interesting was that what we were doing didn't exist anywhere in the world, because the healthcare ecosystems across the world are very different. In US, for instance, is all insurance-led, completely organized. India, on the other hand, is 80+% is retail payment of healthcare, which means there's no insurance payment. India does not have outpatient insurance, which is common in any developed country, for instance. And there's huge fragmentation. Just to give you some numbers, India has almost 800,000 pharmacies. It has over 30,000 pharmacy distributors. US, for instance, maybe have 3 to 5. China has 300. So this is what I'd probably go back and tell my younger self, that take what you have learned, and India offers an incredible and unbelievable opportunity to apply those learnings to new contexts that are changing faster than you can recognize and impact the lives of millions of people. And I feel the same excitement every day working at 1MG when I feel that that what we are doing can actually bring affordable healthcare to 1 billion Indians. And that's the promise of India, that the number of lives that you'll be able to impact with what you have learned, what you can bring to the table is unparalleled with anywhere else.